Hi guys, this is Jumi.
Hello, I'm Ollie.
And
welcome to Afro Matters
Matters.
with Jumi and Ollie.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about the monuments that have been taken down and what we think and our opinions about it.
Exactly.
So it's been on the news, and so I think it's something that is also important to talk about.
Yeah, it's very important because that's what in vogue now. Like it's happening now. Some demonstrators are bringing down like monuments, statues of what I will call the slave monsters. Some will say slave masters, but I call them slave monsters.
Why do you call them slave monsters?
I call them slave monsters because that's what they are. What is a monster? A monster is a terrible being that is like killing human beings, like heartless, and it doesn't take human being like anything, and killing human beings and all that. So what these guys did, like, is what a monster would do. They were selling their fellow human beings, using them to make money, because most of their wealth are derived from all these slave trade.
The thing is, though, they did not even consider black people human beings, really. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Sadly,
you're right.
I was watching something on Netflix, and these Spanish people were saying they're not human beings, they're animals.
Yeah.
Like, no, they didn't even consider us as
Can
human
you
beings.
imagine? Some time ago they consider me an animal. That would be very painful.
But now they consider us all animals.
Even now.
Yeah, they say we're all animals.
No, anyone that is saying it now is saying it just to spite you. Yeah.
So we're all, yes, the other day at work, someone was like, out of all the animals, we're the only ones
that did what?
That don't stretch after they wake up in the morning.
Okay, you're talking about human beings in entirety, is it?
Yeah. So like before, we were considered animals. Now, both white and black and everything, we are all animals.
Okay, I will take a rain check on that. Like,
because they say we're mammals. No. So we're animals.
Anyways, that's what they say. That's not what I say. So I would say these guys, these slave masters, these white what is
supremacy?
White supremacy, but that white supremacy is not personified. Isn't it a term? Like white supremacy. Okay, white supremacists, I would say. White supremacists. So I would call them monster because what they are doing is inhumane, selling human beings. They know quite well that these guys, the only difference between them and these guys is just their color. These guys breed, they have emotions. You can't tell me that, okay, they are animals because they don't look like you. You understand?
Maybe that's what they told themselves in order to remove their conscience.
Exactly.
So that they can as in justify their actions. Because I don't know how you can be... the only thing that differentiates you is probably the language you speak and the color of your skin. Everything is the same. You have the same body parts, you have the same organs and everything.
Yeah.
And then you will go and take somebody else's child and sell them, even though you have your own. Like, you have to have removed yourself from that person, and the only way is to not consider them as a human being, or you just have you don't have a conscience.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Anyways, let's talk about what is happening now, like bringing down of the monuments, the slave monsters. Yeah, like bringing down their monuments. It is happening, but one strange one is about Winston Churchill's one. The people above, they know who they are. They sent some group of persons that call themselves anti.
And I don't know. Are they anti-protest or something?
No, anti Black Matters. Or no.
I don't know if I thought they were anti-Black Lives Matter, but I think they're anti-something. Because when I read it in the news, I don't think it's anti-Black Lives. They're anti-something, but they're against the whole protesting of that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe some people sponsored them. Some people that still want Winston Churchill, who is obviously a slave master, who obviously got his popularity. Like, listen to me. Winston Churchill, he obviously is a slave master. He obviously got his wealth and popularity by selling slaves. Though he's a politician.
But he repented.
He repented. Were you the one that baptized him?
No, like
No. Were you the one that preached the gospel to him and baptized him?
There was that whole movie, Amazing
Oh dear
Grace,
Lord.
Amazing Grace, and he repented. And he's a Christian, and he repented, and that's when apparently the slavery stopped.
Listen.
Because of Winston Churchill.
Listen. Where you saw a movie and you believed them. The thing is,
not even a movie, like it's
in the history,
yes,
isn't it? I'm telling you, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
That man was a heartless man and he never repented. Whatever story they said about Churchill that he repented, I don't believe it personally. Because when these people, when they revere someone, when they value someone, they make up a story to make you think that that man is great. That is what is happening in the case of Winston Churchill. Why did they accept the removal of every monument, every statue? And when it comes to that man's one, he is their God. They refused. They have to bring up a movement that would
because he's a pillar. He's a pillar in the British history.
It doesn't matter even if he's a pillar. Is he pillar of evil? He's a pillar, but he obviously did evil, which these guys are demonstrating against. He's a slave trader. He's a monster. I don't care if he's the pillar or he's even the foundation of. Huh?
What if he really repented?
He repented.
I think he repented.
What did he do to make up what he did?
I don't know. I need to read about that.
Yes, he repented. Have slavery stopped? Is their presence not still in Africa? At least I know my country particularly, their presence is still there. So what did he do? What is that repentance all about?
I don't know. I have to read. I don't know the whole story.
Man,
but the thing is, sometimes you may want to create change, but then at the end of the day, because there are other powers that don't want that change to happen, they will stop it.
But we know people like that.
Mm-hmm.
They create change and they want to. Winston Churchill is a very powerful man. It's not like he's just an ordinary person. He's a very powerful man whose words the people hear. So we never hear him speaking up for their mistakes and all that. So bringing up a story telling me he repented, put him in some movie they call Amazing Grace, that is their problem. I don't believe that. Because what did he do about the evil that he was involved in, which is slavery? What did he do about it to eradicate it? Anyways, that is one person. There are so many other ones that are bringing down their monuments and all that in the US, all over the world. The question is this helping us?
Yeah, one lady was like telling me at work, we were having the discussion, and she's like, like these monuments are part of history. She's white British. These monuments are part of history, and like to remove them is like not to remember history. And then I watched something. I didn't know what to say at that point in time, And then I watched something. It was by some guy. I can't remember his name. Emmanuel Acho. I don't know if you heard of him.
Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah, I'll show you later. Anyway, so he was like, there's a difference between remembering history and celebrating history.
Yeah.
By erecting these monuments, it's like you're celebrating it. Like, and that's the thing. You can remember history without erecting monuments, naming buildings after something, because when you do that, it's like you're celebrating something. It's like it's worthy of being displayed like that in a public place, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's the mistake people make.
You are the guy or whoever said that is making a point. Because let's check this. What is behind these movements going on about bringing down monuments? They are not bringing down all the monuments. They are bringing down the monuments of slave monsters. You understand? It is not all the monuments. When you talk about history, you are being general here. So there are monuments all over the places. All over the country, all over the nations. They are not bringing down all the monuments, but any monument of any slave monster, like Winston Churchill, the monument, that is what they are bringing down. So that woman that is complaining about bringing it down is like, how will we remember the history? No, those people are trying to bring it down because what their life is not worth remembering. What they did is not worth celebrating, like Emmanuel Echu or whatever you call him. I would love to listen to him. Later you just send me the video. So if your lifetime, if the life you lived is worth remembering, then why would someone bring you down? But if you made your wealth and if you got famous through selling slaves, if you are the richest man through slavery, why would you be remembered? When people look at you, they still feel the pain. This man is being celebrated. Why what he did brings about pain to me. Do you understand?
The thing is, there are people that did great things, but not everybody has a monument of themselves. Even people that did great things, people that didn't, not everybody has a monument. And then there are history books for a reason, for you to remember history. So if somebody did something, you can just write in a history book, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to now erect a monument for somebody.
Yes. The question is, what is monument? Monument is to celebrate someone.
Even people like that are winning Nobel prizes. Do you see every Nobel Prize winner they put in monument? Like the first person to go to the moon, are they making monuments?
Monuments of that man?
No.
You see? So these people, they are like immortalizing them. That is what it's called. Like a great singer like Michael Jackson. In some countries, you will see his monument with his mic. You will know that this man wasn't singing evil. He was singing about love. Most of his song is about love. Most of his song is about freedom. This man is singing, but when this man is remembered with his mic, you will remember this man is worthy of reverence. He's worthy to be remembered. He's worthy to have this monument up here.
But then you have some people say that he was a child molester, so bring that in.
Exactly. You know, and when they were accusing him of that, there wasn't anything that proved he was.
But apparently there's this Netflix thing that proves it.
Let's forget that. Let's forget that place, because I don't want to go there. The thing is, these guys, I don't know, anybody that is just African that comes up, they will go and bring out something to bring him down. That is what I believe, and that is what is happening. They saw that this guy, he did so much music. He was so much revered. People are almost worshiping him in music. Michael Jackson. They brought up something to bring him down. Mike Tyson, same thing. Muhammad Ali. Look at all these great boxers. But they will find something and try to tell you that these people are not worthy of remembering. They are not worthy to be immortalized. But actually, I'm happy that this same Michael Jackson, they have done a program. There is an official program by the government, they say, to immortalize Michael Jackson. they did it, a program to immortalize him. And I'm happy about that they didn't end up killing his reputation, even while he's dead, even while he has been killed. They didn't wipe out his reputation. So this is what we will be talking about today. Because
and there are other, so about monuments. So now there's talk about, people are like, okay, you're bringing down slave masters. That white Jesus monument, bring it down. People are saying that now.
Exactly.
So that has now caused a big uproar. A very big uproar. Maybe not everyone has heard about it, but we certainly have.
It's as if you are reading my mind. Like, that was what I was about to say. Because this is not about people who have sold slaves, the slave masters. What about images? What about portraying of images? Like, there are black heroes. Black heroes that did great things, lovely things that is worth remembering. But then they wipe out the image of that hero and put up the image of a white man because they want white to be seen. So this is all that white supremacy thing. They have removed the image of the black man. Like, there are so many people I can call for you. Anyways, let's still go on. I will call out names for you. And some of them you will be wondering, oh, was this person white? Was this person black? Because they completely remove the image of the person. I know of a president, about the first president of, let me not speculate. But this is a revered president. I have to search the internet and I will show you. This president is, Obama was not the first black president. He was not the first. There was a black president who was revered.
I think I heard
he had reputation.
Something boy, they call him something. Yeah, I've seen it. But then you will see some pictures of him. The most common pictures you see of this president is white. But when you search, you will see some pictures of him like with darker skin.
Yes.
Not like black, but like, a dark skin complexion.
No, he is black.
Okay.
He is pure black. This guy, I think some slave masters, they bought him. Like, these guys are nice. They adopted him like a son and brought him up. The man that did this is a politician. I wouldn't be calling names because, to be honest, I don't remember their names. He's a politician, a white politician. He brought this boy as a black, like they are not their biological son, and they brought him up. So finally, this boy inherited everything the man got. And he went into politics as well. Eventually, he became the president of America. And he was very popular. But now, they changed his image. Because of the popularity of this man, they changed the image to a white man. They completely changed this man's image. So you guys will understand what we are saying about this image thing. They changed this image, removed this image. Now, when you search the man, you will see. But then, if you dig deeper, if you go to, I've forgotten this website, and dig deeper, you will find out that the story of the man, how he came into the white folks' house, how he was brought up, that the guy is black.
Then you have some people say that, why does it matter whether the person is black or white? Well, I don't see color. Like, why does it matter if the guy did something great?
Exactly.
But then if it didn't matter, why did they change in the first place?
Exactly.
Why did you change it?
That is one thing. Like, I would tell...
The fact that it's changed, it must matter.
Yes. I would tell my fellow Africans, don't ever let anyone tell you that all these things doesn't matter. That is minute. It doesn't matter. They should just stop maltreating us. No. They will not stop. They will not stop if you will leave the simple, all those minute things. They are the ones that brings it up to a very big case, a very big thing. You don't have to leave the lesser ones. The lesser ones are the ones that make up the greater ones. You understand? Discrimination starts from the little things. First of all, they call you black and call themselves white. It is the basic of that discrimination. We are white, you are black. Black is darkness, white is light. First of all, you have to think, why would you accept being called black?
And the thing is too, in life, you may not have a problem with somebody, but if somebody has a problem with you, there is a problem.
Exactly.
You may not think there's a problem because I am fine. But the fact that someone else has a problem with you, there is a problem that needs to be addressed.
Exactly.
Because you may be going around your way all peacefully, but you don't know what the other person is doing because they don't like you.
Yeah.
And you can't just be living in being naive, living in ignorance because, oh no, I want to be at peace with everybody, I don't have a problem, I don't want to be at malice. It's not, because addressing these things doesn't mean you hate anybody. It's just it's just the effect of what someone else is doing. And some people, I think they want to run away because they don't want to feel like, oh, I don't want to create a fight, I don't want to create a war, I don't want to create problem, or I don't want there to be hatred, I don't want there to be friction. But
it doesn't matter. See, like, there are ways you can address a situation without creating frictions and all that. There are ways you can address something, non-violent way of, diplomatic way of addressing things like this, like the way we are doing. We are not hating on whites. We are talking about it. Like you can see me, I'm passionately talking about it. I'm obviously passionate about it.
Is very passionate.
But these things is one of the things I am passionate about. Because it's like someone is taking my identity. Someone has stolen my image and I want it restored. Like this Jesus that we are talking about. To be honest, guys, Jesus is the most popular human being ever till date. I've never seen anyone as popular as Jesus. The man Jesus is the most popular. And this white supremacists, it's not like they respect Jesus so well. They say, this man that is this popular, we have to steal his image. First, they changed his name because his name is Yahushua. They changed his name from Yahushua and gave him a new name, Jesus. They didn't stop at that. They changed his image.
Okay, how do we know, for people that don't know that he's a dark-skinned person,
yeah,
how do you know that he's not white?
It's simple. You know how I know he's not white? From the region he's from.
Okay.
The region he's from, it is black people that stays there.
Okay, but not even now they are not.
No, now they are not.
Okay.
Okay. How we know is that the real Israelis, the real Israelis are blacks.
How do we know that? How do we know?
Okay, how we know that is this. Like, people surrounding them are Egyptians, Ethiopians, and it is in the Middle East. Everyone in this planet Earth knows that Caucasians are not in the Middle East. Caucasians were never in the Middle East. When you check the old days, you will see that the people that occupied the Middle East is the blacks. Like when you see these guys,
Egyptian.
No, what are they called? These guys that are dragging Israel now.
It's Palestinian.
Palestinians. I kept remembering Philistines. I read Bible a lot, that's why. I kept remembering Palestinians. If you see real Palestinians, they are blacks. And Palestinians will tell you that the original Palestinians are blacks. Okay, let me tell you. In the Bible, I don't want to go into that. Maybe that would be another day we'll talk about this. In the Bible, it is obvious that the Israelis in the Bible are blacks. I will give you an example. Samson and Delilah, we know about Samson. Though when you watch the movies, it's one of the ones we are talking about. You will see a white man. A white man with muscles. It is funny, but in the book of the Kings, where they told the story of Samson, Samson is a black guy with dreads, long dreads, and it is impossible for a white man to have dreads. When you see naturally, yes, naturally, white people cannot have, Caucasians don't have dreads. The only race that have natural dreads are African race. Is African race, I mean to say. That is the only race that have dreadlocks. And we have couple of people in the Bible that have dreadlocks. We have John the Baptist. We have Samson. You know, Samson and Delilah. Then we have Isaiah. That I wouldn't be, because I don't want to speculate. Isaiah, I believe Isaiah had dreads as well. You understand? So these are people that have dreads in the Bible. John the Baptist, he has dreads. John the Baptist, Samson, and who else did I call? Isaiah. Then who else? I mentioned. There are a couple of people that have dreads in the Bible, and they are Israeli. And you ask yourself, some people say, oh no, Israelis, they are not really white, but they are brown. What does that even mean? They are brown.
Like tan. They are how, like, white people get a tan.
Yeah. No, but what about their hair texture? Their hair texture. And when in the Bible they described the hair of God, they say his hair is like wool. Which race in the whole race in this world that has woolly hair is only Africans. Which race have dreads is only African. Moses, when Moses was on the mountain, when he met God, God told him, God wanted to show him that he is God. When he showed him the burning bush. He told him, put your hand in your armpit. When you put your hand in your armpit, remove it and tell me what you see. Moses did that, and his hands was filled with leprosy. The Bible said that his hands were white. No, it was one hand actually. His hand, the hand that he put inside his cloth and brought it out, now turned to white as snow. And the only race that you will see leprosy in their hand and it will be white is only if you're black. Get a Caucasian with leprosy, you won't even notice the coloration.
Google it.
Huh?
I say Google.
Yeah, they should Google it. You won't notice the coloration, because it is only black skin that has leprosy, and you will see the part that has leprosy will turn white. And again, Paul, that you know about, that wrote most of the New Testament, the letters in the New Testament, Paul was mistaken for Egyptian. They mistook Paul for Egyptian. So how on earth would you see a Caucasian man or even a brown man and mistake him for an Egyptian? Egyptian, we all know that Egyptian are brothers to Ethiopians. They are pure black. Forget about what is happening in Egypt now. You have some Arabs that have come to mix up with them. You know, this corruption of race, but we know that the original Egyptians are black. So how can you mistake a Caucasian for a black man, an Egyptian?
So,
and again, sorry for interrupting you. When Jesus was being Herod wanted to kill baby Jesus. Do you know where Joseph and Mary ran to Egypt to hide? If there were Caucasians and you are being chased, you are a Caucasian, you are being chased, where is the best place to hide? Is it not among whites? But you ran to black community to hide yourself. It is not, it doesn't make sense. There are so many evidences to show you that, okay, listen, the one that happened recently, I think around 1950 or something, they were interviewing Egyptian president because he hates Israelis. He hates the Jews. They asked him, why do you hate Israelis this much? Do you know what he said? He said, because I know what they look like. I know my fathers, my great-great-grandfathers know what they look like. How can they live black and come back white? So he made a point there that the original inhabitants of this land, the Israelites, are blacks. He said that these people chased them out and now they have come to stay in their land, calling themselves Israelis, that they are not real Israelis. That he respects the real Israelis because they look like him. But these ones are imposters. This is 1950. I think, 1950.
People should go and look on YouTube.
Yes, go and check.
Sometimes the truth is, sometimes these things they may not be easily accessible, because if people are trying to hide it, you may not be easily able to access it. But and again, people say that even people that are non-Christians, they count the Bible as a historic book.
Yes.
They may not say it's the inspiration of God like Christians do, but they count it as a historic book. And if it has historic facts, then people should take that into consideration. But yeah, I think why do you think people, like me growing up as a Christian, I've read those places, but why do you think? But I never for once thought that there's a possibility of Jesus being black. Why do you think people have read those things and they don't know?
Indoctrination. Because the ones that spread this news are whites. Because first of all, they had access to media before we did. They are the ones that come to Africa with this message of the Bible. So they somehow directly or indirectly like impacts that idea in your head that because it's not indirectly, they have Bible storybooks with pictures. Right from when you were a kid, that is the book. Yes. The children Bible, you always see picture. Okay, let me tell you something. For an example, the picture of Abraham I kid you not, Abraham I have in my head is the picture of Abraham I have seen in my storybook. He never left my head. Anytime I think about Abraham, I remember this white, a bit tan looking man with big beards and all that. So you see how you don't know the power of these things. Even until date, Africans don't understand the power of images and the power of identity. These things, they call it minute. They call it unrelevant. But these things are more relevant than you think. You have to change it. It is impacting the children. It is telling them that whites are powerful. That you are nothing. When Jesus, the whole Israelites are Caucasians, which is obviously a lie. Tell you Superman is Caucasian, Batman is Caucasian, Spider-Man is Caucasian. All the heroes you can think about is Caucasian.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if Jesus, in fact, was Caucasian. But the thing is, if he's not, it's bad that they're making him. Like if Jesus legitimately was...
Not if. Jesus wasn't
I'm saying
Caucasian.
if that was the situation.
Yeah.
Then like it's fine. Like nobody's saying that Jesus should not be white. No. But it's if nobody's saying that, but that he's black and they changed him to white, that's the problem.
Yes.
And shouldn't be Caucasian.
And that should be taken seriously. Like, I don't like when I talk about this, like his name. People will say, oh, it doesn't matter. Anytime I pray in the name of Jesus, Jesus answers you. Yes, he answers you because he is spirit. He listens to your heart. But then, that doesn't make his name Jesus.
That's like my name, right? Jumoke. And if it's a Yoruba name, you can't translate it to English. There's no English translation. So it's any English person will have to say Jumoke.
Exactly.
And to make it easier, I just say, call me Jumi, right? Jumi. But I will still answer you if you call me Jumi, because I know you are calling me. But that's not my full name. My name is Olajumoke. So that's just like it's as I don't know. It's like translating my name to Rachel.
It is important. Your name. It is these recent days that they started removing the relevance in names and pictures. These things are powerful things in those days. Back in those days, it is a powerful thing. Your name, your image, the stamp of a king. Like when you say a king stamps a letter, that letter is respected. This is the name of a king. King James the Third. You know, it is powerful.
Nowadays, everything is so superficial.
Exactly.
So people don't care. It's just like
they don't care.
The things that shouldn't be priority or important, that's what's priority and important. But the other things are like, oh, you're too traditional. Oh, why are you worrying about that stuff? Oh, you're too rigid. The things that are actually important.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we should understand that there was a time that these things started. There was a time, I keep saying it, revolution of arts, revolution of history through art. They started destroying artworks, monuments, because Africans, they put their history in artworks. They write their history on walls, on sculptures. They are into arts a lot, so they put their history, they write their history on rocks, on walls, on artworks, on molded images and all that. But then when the English came and when the Europeans came to Africa, one thing they started destroying was our images. They were destroying it. An African man will be like, okay, what you destroyed is just an image, it doesn't matter. It matters. They know that in time, though you remember your history then, but if there is no image, in time, you will forget. Your children will forget. You understand? Like, have you ever asked yourself, why is it that in every images, ancient images, they will cut off their nose? Because they don't want you to know that they have one place, one pointer that you know an image is an African image is the nose. Because they will do the nose like an African nose, not the pointed needle nose, no. So they cut off the nose, so you won't know.
The thing is, even like some Africans, like some people think all Africans' nose is like flat. Like my nose is not flat.
Yes.
It's a little bit pointy. Even your nose is a little bit pointy.
Yes.
But it's not like the European nose.
Exactly.
It's like that.
Yes.
Like that.
Exactly. There is, and don't get me wrong, when I say African nose, I don't mean like nose that is like flat. Because my nose is not like that. Your nose, but there is the shape of an African nose. It is not like an European nose. So when you see a sculptor, when you see a statue, you would know if that statue is representing an African. From the nose, one of the places you check is the nose. Another place is the hair. So what you notice when you go to Egypt and so many places that this art revolution happened, they cut off their noses. This is an assignment. Go and check most of the ancient monuments or ancient sculptures in Africa. Check, you will see they have cut off their noses. Why are they doing that? Every part of their body will remember their nose is just chopped off. So you don't know what is happening. The thing is that we have to really bring back our image. However we can do that, we have to bring back our image. Like, it is important. So I don't want a situation whereby people will go around saying that, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, if his name is Jesus, his name is not Jesus, it's Yeshua. Call him the way it is. It doesn't matter the image, if it is white man with blue eyes. Do you know what? Actually, that Jesus, that image of Jesus, is actually a person. A person that they want you to revere. That person existed. So why would they give you an image of another person from another race and you hang it up in your house, in your worship places, draw it in the church windows and tell yourself, oh Jesus Christ, and say it does matter. These minute things that seem irrelevant, it is relevant. When you bring them together, that is what creates whatever the mind slavery, the mental slavery is what creates it. You see, so we have to see all these things as serious and deal with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we have to deal with it. When we deal with all these small things, then our healing will start.
Yes.
Our recovery, our rediscovery, I would say, will start. So, what do you think? We have to call it a stop here, isn't
Call
it?
it a quit. But yeah, I think it's important, like I'm always saying, to be aware of these things, and it is important. Like now, if I died and then someone remembered me and they put me white, would it, like my family or friends or whatever that are still alive be like, what? Why are you doing
They've taken
that?
a big part of you.
Yeah, that's not because making me like behind my skin is my identity, my culture, everything that comes with it. Me being an African woman, me being like all of that. It's like you've removed that.
You've taken it away.
Because that also comes with that's what's behind my complexion as well. So yeah, we should take these things seriously and look into them and research, like we always say, research, Google, YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for this session.
Yeah,
remember
thank you.
to subscribe to Afro Yahoo, like, share, comment. Let's start a discussion to help make our people aware of our identity, and so we can be overcomers.
Yes.
Overcome the situation and go from height to height.
Yeah.
Because we don't have limitations. Limitations are created in our minds when we don't know who we are.
Yeah, and please guys, if you have any question, you can drop your question underneath the video, and we have our handle in Instagram and Twitter is Afrayahu. You can hit us up in Twitter or Instagram, Afrayahu. So we will say bye for now. Join us again next week, same time on a Sabbath day. And we will have something interesting, an interesting thing to talk about. Like we will be talking about some African heroes, forgotten African heroes, that their images has been hidden or replaced. So we really have to talk about this to resurrect some of these, like that's our own way of resurrecting some of these heroes that have been buried and covered. So join us next week and we will be talking about these things. Alright, now we will say bye for now.
See ya.
Bye, and join us next time in Afro Matters with Ole and Jimmy. Bye for now.
Bye.